Hey, welcome to my channel. This is Spirit Soul Sense, Information for Your Soul. I am Shareece, and in this video, I'm going to explain why I think people get sick, develop like serious health disorders, even when they're healthy. You know, this video is really just my opinion, like most of the videos on my channel. I have done a lot of studying, reading other people's books, meditating, taking in all of God's wisdom, I like to think. And so this is just my interpretation of the world and how I make sense of everything. So we can approach Earth School, like Gary Zukov likes to call this Earth School, and say nothing has meaning. You know, this is just chaos for chaos sake. Nothing makes sense. Like there's no meaning, no point to any of it. That's one way to live your life. I have seen amongst the people that when people tend to live their life this way, they're less happy, there's less joy in their life, they can become nihilistic if it goes to the extreme version of not caring. I was just watching Iyanla Vanzant. She does like these morning meditations. They're really beautiful. And she was talking about apathy. And I think apathy, this nihilism, this disconnection from God is what can lead to, you know, people having no meaning in life. But if you decide you want to live a life of meaning, then this could be one interpretation of why people get sick. So on one hand, there are children who get sick. There are children who get cancer. There are children who spend their entire childhood in hospitals, in and out of hospitals, who, you know, have to be pricked and prodded and surgery and really, you know, very sad things. There are children who are born with disorders. There are children who grow up to be adults who have all kinds of genetic conditions. These things are very rare, but they do happen. Enough for us to notice, you know. So the way I understand, well, why in the world would this happen? Or why would a child die? You know, why would a 6-year-old have to die? Why would a newborn have to die? Lord, make it make sense. My interpretation of that is everything happens for a reason. We are all here to learn, evolve, and grow. And a lot of these experiences can be used to help people grow. There is no growth in comfort. We're not evolving when everything is going fine and wonderful, you know, dandy. You know, everyone is going to have some sort of experience, trauma, negative event. But I think it's an opportunity for all of us to grow, evolve, learn from it. So when we see or we have children who are experiencing what seems to be one of the worst things on earth that a child could be going through, I think a lot of it touches people so that they live their lives more fully. I see these children as, you know, being bright holders of the God light energy and spreading that. Such, you know, usually children, even like whatever they're going through, especially in hospitals or whatever, they can still have that spark of God inside of them. And so people are just amazed that, you know, how can you smile? How can they find this funny? How can they still enjoy, you know, parts of their life when they're going through such a terrible thing, when they know a lot of children, when they have serious serious health problems. You know, I'm a psychologist, so mental health is on my mind. Serious health problems that they know they're going to die, like when, like approximately when. We're all going to die. And I think being in touch with other people's humanity, the mortality of, you know, human nature, helps us to be more present now and live our lives fully. So that's like one explanation I have for why people get sick. My other explanation is less, I don't know, that wasn't even feel good, but I feel like it's more personal, like your personal responsibility. So there are people who work out, you know, more than 3 days. Like I'm a 3-day-a-weeker, right? There are people who work out 5, 6, 7 days a week, right? They live in the gym. These people also tend to eat well, right? If they eat red meat, it's a small part of their diet, but they might be vegetarian, they might be vegan. They're very health conscious, right? They are very, you know, they know their macros, you know, they're taking their supplements, like they're very health conscious. But in real life, in their day-to-day interactions with people, they're trash. They're not nice. They're not good people. Okay? That's like one side of it. Okay. There are other people who eat fairly healthy. They're not, you're not taking diet tips from them, but they eat fine. Maybe they walk as their workout. Maybe they do that. And maybe they're too nice to people in life. Maybe they're not mean, but they also hold things in. So these are like the categories of people. There might be more, but these are the categories of people I see who get things like cancer, fibroids, autoimmune disorders. These are the people I see. So if you are eating well, working out all the time, but your day-to-day interactions with people are negative, that energy has to go somewhere. And I would say our thoughts influence our behavior. So what you're doing, right, as above, so below, what you're doing tells me the content of your thoughts, your thinking patterns, and how you treat people reflects how you feel about yourself. And so if in your interactions with people, we are social creatures, and so I think how we interact with people is like highly influential on our health, our body. Like the people you interact with, all those vibrations are occurring. So you might be feeding your body like wonderful things, but your body just doesn't seem to be the place for those energies to vibrate at the same rate, right? So even though you're eating vegetables, there's parts of your body, your organs that are very unhappy with you. And in Eastern medicine, every external part of our body like corresponds to like an internal part of our body, and the internal parts of our body correspond to like spiritual parts of your mind, body, soul. That's a whole other video. But you can do the research in everything is connected. Mind, body, soul, everything is connected. And so when I see people who I know enough of their personal life to form connections between, well, why would this person get cancer? Yes, on the surface, everything that happens in our life is an opportunity to evolve and grow. But I also believe that we attract our experiences. So, Eckhart Tolle has talked about this on Oprah. It's not nice to say, you attracted the cancer. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody. That's like, you're attacking me. You're saying I deserve cancer. No, I'm saying this experience is exactly what you need in life to grow. And how do I know that? Because it's what you're having right now. It's what's happening to you right now. So it is what you need to grow right now. I don't know anybody right now in my life who has cancer, but I'm going through a thing, a life thing, a big thing. And after I reflected for a couple of days, I'm like, I see, I can understand why this is happening. This for, looking at my life and the experiences I've had and the way that I've been growing and how, certain areas of my life are flourishing. Oh, joyous, wonderful, beautiful. It makes sense that then these certain other areas, things would happen. Things would happen because then it shifts the focus and then it directs me, guides me on what it is that I need to do. And so a lot of people who get, cancer or autoimmune, it's something that makes you sit down, reflect on what you've been doing, how you've been living your life, so that you can do things differently. Evolve, learn a lesson, grow, teach somebody something, because I think we are also here to share. Like, the more you are yourself, the more you inspire people to be their whole selves. So I have a few examples, because I would want you to pay attention to, because we are human and there's pathogens everywhere, and like everybody's, I don't want to say, but we're all going to experience human stuff at some point. We're all going to die. We're all going to die at some point. At some point, we're all going to die. And so what are you doing right now to enjoy your life? But I wanted to give some examples of people that you can look up, and I want you to look at how they live their life, and then the disorders, the health problems that they have. So I remember maybe one of the first times I noticed this and like make it make sense was Lance Armstrong. Lance Armstrong, phenomenal cyclist. I'm like, this guy is just so awesome and winning so many things. He just seemed like a really, really good person. And then he had cancer. And I was like, he had testicular cancer. I was like, how can this man who is so healthy, I mean, he's an elite athlete. Like, you have no idea. These people like work out for fun. Working out is their life. Like, this is their profession, working out. How can somebody like that get cancer? Okay. He was also found to be doping, right? Steroid use or whatever else, performance enhancing drugs, which may have been linked to causing cancer. There's lots of people who use steroids, who use all sorts of things, cigarettes, blah, 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 who don't get cancer, right? So for certain people, certain things happen. I think to be performing at that level and be doping and keeping it a secret, because secrets fester, like I tell people, secrets fester, and you hold that in certain places in your body. And so for me, the spiritual explanation for his cancer is a lot of, if you're lying to other people repeatedly, this is a big deal. And I think how you live one area of life is how you do others. Like, it's all connected. You are who you are. And so if you're living your life in a dishonest way, right, and you're sinning, right, you're harming yourself by telling lies like this, that energy has to go somewhere. And it can happen in interactions in life, that you have these negative experiences, or it can be a health condition that you develop, right? Lance Armstrong is one. In one of my other videos, I talked about Wendy Williams, and, her life has been so tumultuous, really sad. But I think if you're looking at what's happening in her life right now, people are reporting it. I don't know all the details. I just know she hasn't been able to do her show. I know that she's been in of the hospital, has had problems, lost her husband, was cheating on her for like 20 years. These kind of things are reflections of how you see yourself, reflections of your inner world. And I don't think gossiping, right? Because I used to gossip. I had to stop gossiping. Gossiping was one of my ways to bond with my best friend at the time. I don't like gossiping. That's negative, low vibrational energy too. And, I even had to stop watching her show because I don't care. I like her personality, but I don't actually care about the content of what she's talking about. I was like, if she was talking about the weather, I would still watch it because there's some weather people I really, really enjoy. But look at how she's lived her life. And then, are you surprised that she would also have these sorts of health conditions? Because to me, it's like, God will hit you with a pebble, I need you to pay attention to this. I need you to change this. I need you to evolve. I want you to be your best self. And you can ignore it until a boulder drops on top of you. And I feel like that's what's been happening with Wendy Williams. I feel like maybe she needs to cancel her show. Maybe it's time to let go of talking about other people. Maybe. But I talking about her because I really feel like, sometimes celebrity lives can be an example. And I want you to pay attention to your life, right? What's happening in your life, so that you can prevent, right? We don't need suffering to learn and grow. It's one of the best teachers, but you don't need it to learn and grow. So if you can get the message now before something terrible happens, then that would be wonderful. I had two other people. My godmother, right? Just for people we don't know. My godmother died of cancer. And she is one of the best, most brightest, light, wonderful people that I've ever known. She lights up our room. She comes with positive energy. She's such a good person. She's done such wonderful things for other people. Why would she get cancer? Why would she get cancer? That's not fair, right? But as I grew into adulthood and was able to gather information about her life, how she was helping other people, dealing with other people, taking on other people's problems, that energy has to go somewhere. So if you're a people pleaser, if you kind of let people walk all over you, like that kind of energy can lead to parts of your body becoming diseased and having issues when everything else in your life seems to be kind of fine. She ate pretty well and she, wasn't morbidly obese or anything, but people, we in her life also get to reflect and appreciate and take time to be present because she was sick for a while, in enjoying the moments that we did have. And so I feel like even in her sickness, she was able to be a blessing to other people, because even with her treatments, the chemo, all that stuff, she was a joy. Honestly, she was a joy. She was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I think that's it. I don't want to. Oh, well, no, there was this one other guy, because I saw his video on YouTube recently. He told his followers that he had testicular cancer. And I don't know this guy in real life, right? And I was watching his videos a lot when I was researching my video for the manosphere. I wasn't really, when I was gathering data on, like, what is this manosphere? What are these people doing? This was one of the guys. And I'm thinking, I'm not surprised. Is that unkind? Whatever is happening in your life is what's supposed to happen, because that is what's happening. And I don't know him. But, you know, the content that you put out is a reflection of you. It might not be the whole you. Like I tell y'all on my channel, this is not the whole me. Like, there's other versions of Shareece. I don't come on here in mother mode. Or, you know, I try not to be the psychologist on here. So it's just maybe a part of him. But you got to really see some of his thoughts and thinkings and patterns, and how he treats people, especially women, which doesn't look great. And what is being diagnosed with testicular cancer going to mean for his life? What's going to change? Because he made a video and he says, you know what, I am probably going to take some time and reevaluate. And then, like, even one of the last videos that he put on was about lessons he learned from his ex. And I just hadn't seen content like that on his channel before. I mean, I don't really watch his channel anymore, but I thought, you know, here on my channel, what I like to talk about is life lessons, growing, evolving, becoming a better person. And there are a lot of channels here on YouTube that are the complete opposite. It's about salacious, drama, chaos, calling people out, making fun of people. That's not what I want to do on my channel. And I'm not trying to make fun of him at all. But I think it's a learning example. What you can do in your life differently. Like, I recently took some time off from work because I was about to crash. I'm sure I was about to crash. You don't have to crash to take time off. Something really bad doesn't have to happen for you to say, I'm going to do something fun. For you to say, I'm going to finally take that trip. I'm going to finally talk to this person, do that thing, right? I remember I made a post about, I said, you don't have to wait for somebody to be sick or dying to fly home to see them, right? I'm from an island, so we fly home to see people. You don't have to wait for a funeral to go see your family. You can enjoy them now while they're happy. And so this is why I think these sorts of things happen, because we get caught up in the day-to-day, you know, monotony of life when there's so much life to be lived. So let me know what you think in the comments. I know, right? Let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, share this video with someone you think it may help, and thank you for watching.